Greetings from Regina. We're in front of the Saskatchewan Legislative Building, what would be our state capital in the States, looking north toward downtown Regina. This is one of the more exemplary gardens I think we've seen on our travels, as far as the gardens on the grounds of a state building, a provincial building, legislative building. So I just want to give you a little view. We've done a full circuit around, but this is definitely the most ornate side of the grounds. Luna's done for the day, so you'll have to forgive her. She's kind of pooped. She's been running around with me all morning. Let me do a quick pan real quick just to show you. It's a good long parcel of land dedicated to these gardens. Maybe, I guess 100 meters, maybe. Yeah, I would guess 100 meters, 100 yards, football field, soccer pitch, all sorts of different flowers, very well manicured, very well landscaped. I was saying we did the circuit all the way around the building, but this is the most decorative. The other sides, and this is also pretty remarkable, but probably wouldn't stand out in a video necessarily, unless we were doing like a side-by-side comparison of other state capitals and legislative buildings, provincial buildings, is that a lot of the land around here is pretty, not the land, but the landscaping is pretty rugged. It's pretty natural, rustic. It's not a lot of heavily landscaped property. There's a couple of parking lots, there's some fountains, there's a big lawn, probably bigger than this little piece of land where the garden is, on the south side of the building, but it's just garden. I mean, it's just lawn, it's just grass, just mowed grass with a lot of these giant rabbits. I hope we see another one while we're over here, although I haven't seen them out here in the garden. Here's a giant goose. We gotta pay the toll. Hello, friend. And all of this leads out to Lake Wascana, which we'll end up on here in just a second. It's a beautiful building, by the way. It's different enough from the sort of round rotundas that I'm used to seeing in the States, kind of echoing the U.S. Capitol building, that it's distinct. But I really like it. It's almost squared. I guess I would say that's octagonal, yeah. And I think the one in Winnipeg was as well, similar sort of shape on the dome on top. Hope you can see that. But it's really nice. They're very handsome, very well done. This is a statue of Walter Scott, Premier of Saskatchewan. But that's he's clearly holding like a blueprint almost of the legislative building. So I assume that's a planner or someone instrumental in the formation of, if not Saskatchewan, then the government, the legislative body. But yeah, there's the garden. Beautiful, lots of flowers, lots of things that I'm not used to seeing. I should have stopped and shown you some back there. There's some pretty interesting looking flowers in there. And I'm sure it gets brutally cold here in the winters, and I'm sure the winters are probably pretty long, so it probably looks pretty top notch right now with all of those flowers and stuff. They did a really good job, though. Almost looks like a villa or something. And then right over here is Lake Wascana. Which I can't zoom in on the map enough to see but the name of the river, but I believe it starts over here in the direction of the airport, and then it's maybe there's a dam or something. We haven't explored that far, and then the river continues on south and east, but I would assume that's Wascana River. And then downtown Regina, just over the treetops, Wascana Center or Park, right over there. Just on that side, there's the museum, and then there's a big municipal park. This is Willow Island. Kind of hard to make out that it's an island, but right there in the foreground, it's called Willow Island. And there's another one called Spruce Island around the bend there. Really beautiful. You come across this bridge here, and there's probably
but like someone had to do that.
30, 40 provincial flags lining either side of the bridge as you cross over from the north, the downtown side of Regina, to the south side where the capital is. So really nice. Really kind of feeling like, hey, this was worth the drive, because this one's pretty, pretty exemplary, pretty good. Beautiful, very open and public. Lots of people using the space, lots of runners, walkers. Got some ice cream over here. See if we can find one of these rabbits, man. I don't know what their schedule is. There's probably too many people here for them to be out right now, because they'll run, but man, they're so big. They're so large and long in the leg, and it's kind of like they move more like, almost like they're running like a dog. So kind of wild to see, but they're everywhere. The way we're used to seeing squirrels and, other creatures that are specific to the area, these are standing out. The only place I think I've been where we've seen more rabbits than squirrels was Milwaukee. There were rabbits everywhere, but they were small rabbits. They were like the ones I'm used to seeing. These here are so large, and they stand up really upright, almost like a dog, the way Luna would stand if she's like looking off in the distance. When they see you coming, they look up and look out for you, and if you get too close, then they'll kind of run away. But I don't know, it's just they're so long in the leg that it's less of like a hop. They are hopping, I guess, essentially, but it's almost like it's less of a hop and more like they're walking, which is kind of freaky to see. But yeah, sunset here, Regina, Saskatchewan, Lake Wascana, the Saskatchewan provincial building. Enjoying our time here. Pretty good weather. You can see I'm wearing my beanies. It's not so bad, but it's definitely not beanie weather. It's way too warm for that. I just had to put Luna in her bag. Put her in her bag and let her chill, and it was just easier to put it on my head. But that's it. That's it from Regina, Saskatchewan.